Hey, how's everybody doing? I've been seeing a bunch of shop tours lately, so I thought maybe I would do one of my own and just see if I can make a go at it. So I'm gonna keep everything fairly simple because I did not clean my shop at all for this. Ha! Why not? Might as well leave it dirty. So I guess we'll start over here. Real simply here, we're gonna start at my Hitachi saw. I picked this up a couple years ago. It's the 12-inch. Nice model, does everything I want it to, and haven't even as much as replaced the blades on or anything, but it does have the laser on it as well, which I kind of enjoy myself just to kind of help, but you know, we all know which way our saws cut, to the left or the right. So other than that, the actual overview of the bench itself, I built all reclaimed stuff from work. I used to have a separate outfeed on this side, and having seen different people's saw setups, miter stations, I definitely could redo this one a little bit. I think I would probably move the saw more to the middle, because I always tend to cut to that side, but once in a while I need to cut to this side. It'd be nice to have the table support, but who knows, we'll see what happens. What else? We'll go here to just a cheap task force toolbox, keep all my loose stuff in, which slowly, you know, this stuff's kind of coming out little by little because I'm getting more and more storage built. Beer fridge, very important. We better get that in there. Look at all them stickers. Look at them stickers. So, and we'll come over here to the supply station. This is where I did all the parts tool storage, and I mean, this thing's just absolutely loaded with just screws and you know, you name it. There's just everything you could think of in that. And then of course all my sandpaper and whatnot. I mean, this thing's absolutely just chock full. What else? We'll come back over here to the miter station. The miter station, I kind of have some oddball stuff in the bottom of the miter station. This side kind of has some paint stuff in it and mudding work and, you know, just kind of stuff that doesn't really have a home that I don't do much to. And then the middle section here, again, is just some oddball stuff, extra pieces, some wire, some rope. Keep some old saw blades in there. Eventually I'm going to cut up and try and make knives out of and whatnot. And then my last cabinet has all my other tools boxes in it. I got a pass load gun and, you know, your sawzall and just, you know, some oddball stuff. You know, old toolkit, my box for my router and some extra bases and whatnot. What else? We'll come over here. Got my little joiner that I got from my father. He gave that to me a long time ago, and I use it. It's little. It's not the best quality, but I use it for what I use it for, and it works great. Then we come over here to this. This is an old teacher desk that I was given by my father-in-law, and it just, I keep router bits and oddball stuff in here, you know, that doesn't really have a home. I used to use the old pull-out side table, and knives and soldering and, you know, oh, can't forget that. So just, you know, and then down here I keep all of a lot of books and catalogs, keep all my papers to all my tools and all that stuff so I can reference when something breaks. And so coming along here, got to my planer. Just a central machinery from Harbor Freight. It's not the best, but it serves my need real well. And then my main table work area is actually fairly big. Of course, I built my table saw into the corner, which has really made it nice and keeps it out of the way. And I have this big table. And then if you can look right underneath here, I got my router mounted. I've got that mounted right to the table. And at some point, I'm going to get one of the Craig drop-in what am I trying to say? The drop-in inserts. Can actually use it a little bit better. Some hardwood storage, some part storage. This is all going to get doors on it, and I'm going to get some actual dust collection underneath there. Right now I just have this fence that I built for it, and the dust collection, just there's a port, hook the shop vac right to that, and it gets most of it, but it helps. So okay, we've done all that, we come over here and into that baby, my wood stove. That has had many a fires in it, and does its best to knock some of the cold off, which is nice, but definitely looking forward to some more heat later. So come over here, got my scroll saw, Porter cable, mostly what I buy as far as tool wise, but this thing here works fairly well. It's the one with the T in the top that requires the extra piece. I wish I could get away from that, but it does the job. And then full-size drill press, which I really enjoy and use quite a lot. Some extra parts, and here's a bench grinder my father gave me. I use this once in a while. I'm still learning. I'd like to get the jig to sharpen the lathe tools and whatnot, but to do that, and some paint guns. This is my spray booth. This is something I built 2-3 years ago, and it's actually made out of wood, minus the ducting. Of course, there's ducting, and what I have up there, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but what I have up there is 2 Harbor Freight air movers. I picked 2 of them up. They were on sale. And they are direct inline, so they're not like explosion-proof fans, but I'm not really doing production to the point that I think it matters too much. I'm just using furnace filters, and I haven't had any issues with it. So, and most of what I spray is just rattle cans anyway, and it's not that terrible, but we do keep a fire extinguisher on hand. Can't forget the pencil sharpener. Then my Harbor Freight Central Machinery lathe, 1440 lathe. I use this quite a bit and really enjoy running that. And then there's my Matthias Wandel box joint jig that I built a while back. I got my lathe tools and some oddball stuff there, and a place to hang my clamps. More clamps. I need more clamps. Porter cable 14-inch bandsaw. Use that quite a bit. And I got that tied into a little bit of dust collection back there. Got Porter cable sander, belt sander with the disc on one side. Little strip sander. Got my tunes in the back, and then got my little tablet to talk to you guys and interrupt my shop time. Got shaft tool, rotary shaft tool carver grinder. Got that hooked up. And the shop vac have right there, it's kind of centrally located. I can actually hook that up to multiple machines right where it sits, which has been really, really nice, and I'm still working on some different ones. What else? More shop projects coming here. Got to put doors and drawers for that. I got plenty of stuff to fill up there, and you know, in my main desk here is where I keep all the things that I use, you know, most of the time. You know, putty, tape measures, can't forget the all-important plane that my father gave me. Pencils, just, you know, stuff that you're going to need on a daily basis. And, of course, all, you know, fasteners, nails, screws, you know, oddball stuff. As far as the table saw, it's just a Craftsman. It's just a 10-inch Craftsman, nothing fancy. Again, that was a gift from my father. It's something that I'll probably keep for a very long, I'll probably keep it forever, you know, but I definitely would like to get a bigger saw for better power. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is, if I don't get a better saw and I get another one of these or a smaller one, I'm actually going to inlay it right into here and kind of do the Frank Halsworth setup where he has the multiple table saws set up. So, what else? I got, of course, material up above. There, you guys, there, that's something. There, you can kind of see my ridge line, how high I have to insulate, and I'm gonna insulate it at ceiling level. So that'll be another project. And got wood storage, material storage. These are all my flat goods: plywood, 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch, 3/16 skins, more trim. There is plywood in the back there, flat stuff. Got 1/4 inch material, cherry, rubber wood. Here's a project I never finished that hopefully I will someday. It's more maple material. This is all pressboard material I use for heavy stuff like desks and whatnot. But that's my shop. That's my shop in a nutshell with everything. Hope everybody enjoyed the tour, and get out in your shops and make something. Hope the heat gets a little bit better and go from there. So that's a little shop tour video to go for the weekend. Talk to you guys later. Right on.